Hi, it's Mary Kajancic with Spectrum Noir, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to color that soft pink baby skin using the Aqua Blend pencils by Spectrum Noir. And we're going to be coloring up Little Loves by Some Odd Girl, and we're going to be using the Aqua Blend pencils in coral and soft red for the baby skin, and the rest of the coloring I used deep blue, charcoal brown, Aegean blue, ruby, and fossil gray. So along with these pencils, I'm just going to need a little bit of water, a small paintbrush, and a towel. I like to have a towel handy just to dab off my paintbrush. Sometimes you get a little too much water on it and you don't want that to drip and ruin your image. So we're going to be coloring up this little cutie today, and you can see he's got that nice soft pink baby skin. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do, and I am going to include the full coloring after this tutorial also, just in case you want to color along or watch and see how I did the entire image. Okay, let's get started. So first we're going to use our coral. For this tutorial we're just going to be using the coral and the soft red. It's really simple to get a nice skin look with just one or two colors with these Aqua Blend pencils, which is one thing I love about them. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see a little bit better. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is just take your pencil and you're just going to color lightly in the shadow areas. So we can see here the bunny isn't sitting in front of him, so of course there's going to be a shadow on his face. And you don't need to color the whole thing, you just need a little line like that. And you just take your paintbrush with a little bit of water, and you're going to just pull that color out into the rest of his face. You don't need a lot of water, just a little bit will really go a long way. And then just clean the brush and continue to pull that color out. And it's very light. Hopefully it's not too hard to see. And you just want to do one small section at a time, so that way the paint or the water's not drying on you in the middle of trying to do it. And we're going to just do the same thing in the shadow area on the side of his face here and around his ear a little bit. Clean your brush, and then again you're just going to pull that color out. Super simple. And if you find that you've put too much water on and you really lost the color there, after it dries you can always go back and add more. And if you put too much color, you just add more water and it will pull that color out and lighten it up even more. So now we're doing right underneath his hair. My brush, pull that out just a little bit further. Go under this section of the hair. Do the same thing again. Oops. And we'll just continue down the side of his face. Now the face is round, so there's going to be a shadow all the way around his cheek, just to show that he's got those nice round chubby little baby cheeks. And again, we're just going to pull that color out towards the center. Got a little bit too much there, so we'll just clean the brush and get some more water and pull that out a little bit further. Okay, now for the nose, I'm going to go underneath, of course. It's going to be a cast shadow underneath his nose. Then we're just going to go up and around the side just a little bit, just to show that he's got an actual nose there. And that step's completely up to you. If you're not comfortable drawing that in, just skip it, no problem. And again, just pull that color out just to soften that edge a little bit so he doesn't have a big harsh line there. And there's going to be a little bit of shadow under his mouth here. There's too much water on there. Again, just the same thing, bringing that color out. And we'll move on to his neck. He's going to have shadows here behind the bunny again, and on the sides and underneath his chin there. So now he's basically done. I am going to go through and add a little bit more color in some of the places I pulled a little too much out, like just around this bunny here. Since this is a cast shadow behind the bunny, it would be a little bit darker. And we kind of lost the color up here as well. So you just go ahead and go through and redo those. And if you do it again and it's still too light, just wait for it to dry. You just want to make sure you wait for it to dry in between every time, because you don't want too much water in there. Then you start to get blobs and your paper starts to wrinkle. And then sometimes after it dries too, it looks slightly different than when it was wet. So you always want to give it a chance to dry. Okay, and now we're going to do his little cheeks with the soft red. And on this side, just make sure, whoops, can't see it there. Sorry about that. Okay, on this side, we're just going to come in just below the eye and just color in a little bit down the side. And then again, you clean your brush and take a little bit of water and just pull that color down through his cheeks. Oops, I got too much water there. And since he's a boy, we don't want his cheeks to be too pink, so we'll pull that color out a little bit. And then just around the bunny here, just a little bit, so he's got two little rosy cheeks. Just pull that color out. Okay, so there he is, all colored up with his rosy pink baby skin and little pink cheeks. more tutorials, visit spectrumnoir.com.